This is a HeadGum podcast.
Hi guys,
Hello.
it's Coffee with Crachel.
And more like Crow with Crachel, if we're being honest.
Our avian friends are pretty fucking extra lately, let's just put it like that.
There's something.
Yeah, there's been a crow that's been cawing a lot. There's seagulls. They're just doing their fucking thing. The cats are going crazy. They're making friends with that crow.
They love summer in Seattle, which I was just tweeting about, is basically just birds doing a lot of things.
They used to. At our old place, there was a dryer vent that went outside, and the birds had a nest in there. And it was right outside our window, and
it's probably
loved it.
Not good. There were always birds in that building.
Yeah, there were always birds actually in the building.
I love when you're at the mall, and then there's one rando chipperino bird, and you're just like, whoa. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're not supposed to be
There's
here.
A bird here.
And it's everyone's always so upset. Okay, this probably does not happen everywhere, but in America, if there's a bird at the mall, everyone's oh my god, there's a bird in here. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Unless it's an outdoor mall, then it's just kind of shit on me. Have you actually, before we talk about anything important, have you ever been pooped on by a bird?
No, but I did have my cheese cracker sandwich stolen by a seagull.
Oh, everyone's had some. Seagulls are crafty.
Yeah,
let's get that out of the way. They've taken things from me. Mm-hmm. They've taken things. I did have a bird drop a dead fish on me.
Ooh, that's fantastic.
Remember that? But I don't think I've ever been pooped on by a bird that I didn't own. And in that way, I know that's going to happen.
Endearing.
It's expectant. It's kind of like having a hamster. Honestly, having a hamster just means signing up for being urinated on.
Yeah, pretty much. I had hamsters and guinea pigs, and there was a lot of urine involved with that.
I've never had a hamster. I've only ever had Chunka. I'm just kidding.
Oh my god, Chunka.
She just is trying to fuck with everything right now, and it's first the crow, then the chunk. What's
She was
next?
literally asleep, and then we hit play, and now here she is.
She wants to play. But anyway, what is our coffee fact for today? Or what are we even drinking, honestly?
Yeah, that's the first question. You see, I'm doing a throwback here, and honestly, I checked my handy-dandy list, and I don't know if it's exactly accurate on this one, so I don't have a name, but this is a coffee that we got a really long time ago, and I'm just clearing out kind of the cabinet of
We have a lot of coffee.
We have a lot of coffee, so I'm going for some of the older ones that we've had for a little bit.
Yeah.
This is Phil's Coffee.
Nice.
In the Red Sea and Hazelnut blend called Red Haze. Sounds like a weed strain.
It honestly does. I like that it doesn't really taste like hazelnut, though. It just tastes very, I feel like this would be a good morning cup.
Let me see here. Ooh, I really like that.
It's light. There's a tiny.
Oh,
it's
wow. I totally forgot that I put soy creamer in here. I was like, wow, that's really interesting.
That's totally different. No, there's a. I don't know, when you have almond extract and stuff, and it's kind of an after finish of an almond.
Yeah.
It's not this whole thing tastes like an almond. This is kind of how that is with a hazelnut, if you know what I'm saying.
I like that.
I like
That's
it.
something I'm into.
So I have my own little coffee fact. It's not really a fact. It's just some gossip about the coffee world.
Oh, God.
But I want to hear the real fact first.
Okay, well, the real fact is
shit.
that a coffee plant can live up to 200 years. And this says, when they're sprouting, the top of the plant looks like an adorable little seed, which eventually grows into a bushy plant that can live for 2 centuries.
I love that. I love really old trees.
Yeah.
Really old elephants.
That look real gnarled and shit.
And they're there. They're a statement
they're
to that.
Rooted.
Yeah, rooted. But they're just, they're like a landmark. Yeah. And then some corporation rips them down. At least that's what Avatar did.
Yeah.
Right?
It's
and
pretty much
every movie.
Yo, can we talk about when you say Avatar? Just I saw the trailer for the new Kong movie, and it looks exactly like Avatar.
Yeah,
it's the plot line of the story, basically.
Western Americans coming over and taking away nature from the big thing that they're keeping a secret. In this case, it's a gorilla. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is always happening. Though I will still see it because I'm all about big monkeys on screen.
I found out that he's so extra this time because they're going to be doing a King Kong versus Godzilla movie.
Shut the
with the new
fuck
Godzilla
up.
And then the new King Kong.
Right, because we had Godzilla versus that moth, right?
Mothra.
Fuck that, by the way. You guys know I have a vendetta against the moths out there. And I did not sign up for that happening.
God.
I don't even remember if I liked that movie. Did I like that Godzilla?
I don't know. I mean, like...
Bryan Cranston was in that, right?
That was just the new Godzilla. Oh, wait, yeah, no.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, fuck, I forgot that.
And then they, come out of the sky, and there's, flaming red little, things, and they are in the sky. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, I liked that movie.
I don't really remember
those
it.
Things were weird.
You know what's weird? They're bringing back Cloverfield, but it's nothing like the first one. It's shot differently. Like, the first Cloverfield was a found footage film, and this one's just, cinematic.
Oh, yeah, I mean, that movie already came out. It was, 10...
Okay, I don't know.
It was 10 Cloverfield Lane or something like that, and it was with John Goodman.
It's just random. Why are they, remaking things, but, differently, but it's supposed to still be, a sequel? That's what I get confused by. There's another one coming out, too. Oh, Blair Witch Project. I think they're doing it again, but I don't think it's going to be found footage. And Blair Witch Project was, the original, found footage. Have you even seen it?
No.
Oh my god. I just remember, I think they made fun of it on SNL, but it's a lot of the camera being underneath people at a really terrible angle. It's just a lot of breathing and snot and crying because they're screaming. I
love that. That's fantastic.
I think
so
it was.
So what was
SNL.
Your coffee fact that was weird?
Well, I was just reading up about it, and I guess, have you heard that Starbucks has announced a ton of new benefits for their partners, the baristas?
Yeah, I forget exactly what some of them were, but I know one was a small pay raise.
Something about school, though, something about college being free, or
I know they have this whole tuition program kind of thing for them.
I already knew that there was a lot of health benefits and dental and all that kind of stuff, but I think there's a difference between being a regular barista and a partner. I don't really know though.
You probably have to go through certification or something.
Yeah, I think you do have to get a thing. But anyway, so they've just recently done all this shit where they're giving a lot more benefits to their partners, but apparently they're also, because of this, they're cutting back a lot of people's hours and having less people on at the same time, and a lot of people, especially at super busy locations, are just drowning with work because there's just so many drinks to be made, and there's so many people, because summertime is Starbucks. If you don't know this, summer is even more busy than holiday or even pumpkin fucking spice.
Oh god,
summer is hell at Starbucks because it's so many frappuccinos and
at least the holiday drinks are actually lattes, so it's not too far off.
But there's still frappuccinos, but no one wants to get them.
But I mean, there's more frappuccinos in the summer.
Yeah, they have a bunch, and then them fucking doing all that bullshit with the rainbow drinks where they just have different coloring and for different coconut milk.
Refreshers, is that what they are?
Yeah, it's literally coconut milk and refresher, or coconut milk and a tea, or coconut milk and matcha powder. That's just it. And it's just you're just drinking sweetened
sugar
milk.
Yeah.
It's coconut milk, so it's not the worst, but not exactly refreshing in my opinion. I don't know. But I don't like milky things, I guess. But anyway, that's not the point. The point is that you have too many fucking drinks, not enough people to make the drinks, and it's crazy busy, and everyone's just pissed because everyone's hours are being cut, but they're getting all these other benefits, and people are kind of can we just go back to the way it was actually and have enough people on at the same time?
Yeah, I saw the pay raise was 8 cents an hour, so it's not that much.
I wonder what I guess it differs everywhere, but
obviously.
I was only getting paid $8.50 at the one that was with the Target, the franchise one.
Yeah.
I mean, I got
where it's still $7.25.
Can you talk about the fact that it is still $7.25 minimum wage in Pennsylvania?
Being in fucking college, and I was so excited when I got supervisor position at the cafeteria because I was going to $8.15.
I know,
and I was and I was at $7.25, and I thought I was rich.
I forget what I made at Starbucks at school.
You made $7.25. Everybody makes $7.25.
Yeah, and I was getting paid $8.50, or I actually had a raise at Target because I had been working there for a while, so I was $8.75.
But you didn't
when on
get
breaks.
Tips, right? Or did you get tips?
Define tips.
Tips,
Tips at college are people have to buy a 99-cent bag of chips, and they give me the penny that comes off their dollar that I break. That's what the tip cup was, and then they got rid of it because they thought it was rude. We should probably pause because Lau was taking a shit. As soon as I said that, she walked right out. Okay. But yeah. I didn't get tips. And at Starbucks, at Target, you weren't allowed to get tips because that's Target policy. I don't know if that's changed, which is kind of bullshit because most people that are baristas at Starbucks really rely on their tips because, you know, you're serving like big parties of people. You're, you know, putting things in carriers. Like, I feel like people tip a lot.
Like, they have the mobile ordering, so now not only do you have to...
Is there
like,
a tip function on that? There should be.
I don't know. I've never used it, but
yeah,
like,
I haven't used it either.
But I was thinking, like, it's a really busy line, and then you know there's going to be people that are just mobile ordering too to skip the line. So then you got like double the work, basically. You know,
how do people do the ones that are like a regular location and then they also have drive-through? I never had to do that, but that's like you're getting fucking yelled at for orders from like 2 ears. You know what I mean? Like,
exactly.
That's just like and who gets priority? You know what I mean? Like, when you
I'm
go
sure
to a
somebody
regular...
working the front register and then somebody working the drive-through as well.
I know, but, like, the drinks, I don't know. I just feel like that could be very messy, because if you only have one person on or two people on making drinks, and you're getting, like, people ordering up front and in the back, like, I feel like that could get very confusing, and people's drinks could get lost, or, like,
I guess
not
that's
made
maybe why
timely.
they use the printout stickers that they put on the cups. That might help somehow. I don't know.
I don't know, but... If you're a barista, I'm feeling for you, and I hope that, you know, summer will be over soon.
Yeah,
because that's
right into pumpkin spice season. So you know, whatever.
But
random
they really
thing
do calm down, like pumpkin spice season, and like, you know what? A lot of people don't like pumpkin. Like, in general, like, pumpkin spice might be iconic to fall, but a lot of people are afraid of just hearing the word pumpkin in association with the beverage. Like, people that won't eat pumpkin ice cream or pumpkin pie because they're like, it's a fucking vegetable. Like, I can't imagine anyone in, like, Utah ordering.
Really?
Maybe not Utah.
People...
Minnesota.
I don't know. Pumpkin's weird. I don't think of it as, like, a vegetable like I do a zucchini.
Yeah, well, I never thought bell peppers could be weird to other people, but then I met people that have never eaten, like, lettuce before, and you're like, how are you alive? Like, straight up. People that are, like, anti-vegetable, I get so confused by. Like, you at least have, like, cucumber. I mean, is that, like, technically a fruit, though, with the seeds?
I think cucumber's technically a fruit.
It's like so savory, though. I mean, it's really tasteless.
This is reminding me of last night we watched the documentary Fed Up.
Oh, yeah. I'd already seen, like, a little bit of it. And you know what? It's one of those documentaries that you watch and you're already, like, you kind of know what to expect. But I was very impressed by when we watched it, like, just thinking about what we eat. Like, we're pretty good. You know what I mean? We're not doing these things.
Yeah, exactly. And I know sometimes people don't have the option. You know, then there's the food deserts.
I know. That's like one of the biggest problems
they didn't talk
that no
about
one
that
talks
as much,
about.
But I thought they said there was another one about food deserts or something like that. Another documentary about that.
I feel like, you know, why aren't we talking about that in the political campaign? Because that's a huge problem.
Because the Republicans are too busy trying to make
ISIS.
Transgender people using the bathroom like an issue when it's not.
Yeah.
You know, that's what they're trying to fucking do.
Yeah, we do want to talk a little bit about, like, the conventions in a moment, but
we were just talking about food, and that just made me think of Fed Up. And I was like, let's watch a documentary and get fucked up, and it fucked me up.
Yeah, and then I was hungry, and that's the worst. Like, it's a thing that you don't want to watch and then eat something afterwards because you just, like, I regret. Yeah. We were everything. Like, we went to our cabinet, we were like, let's look at the sugar on every single thing we had, and we were actually pretty impressed. Yeah. The only thing is those strawberry walks into a bar, which I don't even eat. Like, they're just here
from Trader Joe's,
and you know, like, I hate those kinds of granola bars because you have them in your cabinet, and they're like, I'm desperate for nourishment and I don't want to do anything. Yeah. But at the same time, like, you're never full. Yeah. Ever. Like, I eat that and I'm like, okay, True. I did it. You know what I mean? Like, you're still hungry as fuck. Yeah. The other day, I barely had eaten, like, all morning because I was just running around being real busy. And whenever I do that, I'm like, oh, fuck, I, like, just need to eat something. I'm feeling, like, a little shaky. Come on. And I grabbed one of those to, like, hold me over until I could, like, make something.
Maybe, like, 10 minutes later, you're like, wait a minute.
Literally not even. Like, instantly, I was like, what did I gain? Other than the fact that, like, I just wasted, like, half my day's sugar intake on this stupid bullshit, this rectangle of shit. Like, what am I doing?
Oh, motherfucker.
Hey, there's no sugar in pretzels. Anyway.
So before we get into the longer-winded topics, there was a Gilmore Girls teaser that came out, and let's just say 3 seconds in, I was crying in my heart.
That's like, our clickbait binge time that we used to do all the time. That's
my God.
Like, Gilmore Girls releases a new trailer, and 30 seconds in, you'll be crying too. Like, me.
But honestly.
As soon as music starts playing, like, la 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 la, like, I'm just like, yes, it's fall. I have a cup of coffee.
Like, they show shots of Stars Hollow, and it looks exactly the same.
Untouched. It doesn't even look it looks like it's still 2008 or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't even look. And they just have like a clip of Lorelai and Rory just like talking, and they mention like Amy Schumer and like John Oliver, and Rory has like an iPhone, so it's kind of like showing you that it's current.
We saw through it. We were like, this is showing you that it's current, but it's still the same show.
Yeah, because it literally looks, even the lighting, that's something else. Like, sometimes with like reboots or even like new seasons, like they'll change the editing, they'll change the lighting or the camera. Yeah.
Like, I feel like that...
It's so different.
I feel like that teaser was filmed with, like, the same cameras that and the same lights they used for the original show.
And what's fucked is, like, if, like, at a first glance, like, they look exactly the same. Like, both of them have done really, like, well with the aging process. Yeah. Like, especially fucking Alexis Bledel. Like, she looks... like, she could still be playing, like, a 16-year-old if she wanted.
Yeah, right.
It's crazy.
And they were speaking real fast. Like, they could jump right back into that role.
Not even, like, weird or uncomfortable. Like, just they're there. They're Rory and Lorelai again. I just can't wait to see, like, Luke and everybody else.
It's coming in November.
November 25th.
November is, like, crazy. We've got Vlogger Fair.
We've got our anniversary.
Then we got Thanksgiving.
Gilmore. The election.
Yeah.
Like, it's a fucking month.
And also, with, like, video games, there's a bunch of video games that I want that are coming out then,
and there's probably movies, because a lot of movies come out around Thanksgiving.
Isn't that Star Wars? Potter.
Oh,
I think Star Wars is December, but I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, they either do Christmas.
Potter is November, I think.
So, it's going to be something else.
That's a damn month.
I'm very excited, though. I will not be online until that is finished.
Oh, yeah.
There's no way. I will just be gone. I'll like pre-film videos and pre-record podcasts so that I don't even have to look at computers, because I am not letting anyone. It's only going to be
one. Or is it going to be all of them at one time? Or is it just going to be like one and then they...
I thought they were going to do all at once. I mean, it's Netflix.
Yeah, true, probably.
They're supposed to be 90 minutes each, and it's 4 of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're right. Like, I think it's going to start with fall.
Like, do I take off for work that day?
Actually, I would totally be down.
Yeah, I know, right?
Maybe, what is the 25th? Like, what day of the week is that? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
You should honestly look that up.
I'm going to look that up.
But I just can't wait. That's like my Star Wars.
Yeah.
That is. That's my Harry Potter.
Oh, fuck. November 25th is a Friday. So, I mean...
I'm going to have to go to therapy that day just to prepare myself and then watch it. Well, no, that means Thursday night, technically.
Oh, yeah, depending on when it actually launches.
So if it's Thursday night, then yeah, take off Friday. I don't give a fuck. Honestly, this is so in advance. I would seriously do this. Like,
oh, my God.
Would you have taken off for Star Wars? I don't know. You put off seeing it for a while.
Yeah, no,
because you can't watch that in your home. Like, if it was in your home...
Yeah, I would put off something out of the house if it was, like, they made Harry Potter and the Cursed Child into a movie. And, or if the play was here in the U.S. and I could see it. Like, then that I would.
I know.
Speaking of which, I get that book soon. It launches tomorrow, and they're usually good about, like, getting it to you, like, the day that it launches.
Yeah.
Like, shipping it a little before, but I'm not supposed to get mine until the 3rd.
Okay.
So I'm almost sad. But, I mean, fuck yeah, I'm going to read that shit.
Maybe you'll get it earlier.
Oh, yeah. So, things are ramping up. Things are starting to come out. It's already, like, I feel like, you know, the latter half of the year when, like, a lot of games and movies and all of these shits come out, like, I feel like we're already getting to that. It's only July.
I know, like... Hey, all of Shonda's shows come back in, like, September.
Yeah.
It's, like, a month away.
The beginning of August is, like, randomly... Well, there's No Man's Sky.
If we get our PS4 back in time.
PS4.
Pray for us, please.
There's Telltale's Batman game, and there's another game.
I'm actually interested in the Batman game. I'm not usually into
Oh yeah, I'm really into it.
Like I didn't love the Game of Thrones one. Definitely didn't like the fucking Minecraft one. Mm-hmm. But that's like a kid's game, isn't it?
That's more targeted for kids.
Yeah. Target. Welcome to Target.
So why don't we launch into the whole Marina Joyce thing that happened on the internet over the past couple days?
I just want to drag, like, people's reactions, like, not her at all. You know what I mean? Like, she didn't do shit. She's just making videos.
What happened?
So, if you have not been on the internet, or Twitter especially...
It was like a trending hashtag the other day.
Like forever, yeah. There's a YouTuber by the name of Marina Joyce, and she had, like... I think like 600,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I hadn't heard of her before.
She's a British YouTuber?
Yes. And just like a, you know, like a, I don't know, a YouTuber. I don't actually really know what kind of videos she makes. But basically people were saying that her, you know, demeanor in the videos had changed and like that there might be something wrong. And, you know, like I did, you know, go and I looked and I watched like an older video and then I watched a recent one and you can definitely tell that there's like a change, you know, like something's going on. And then people just like went crazy and like took it very far. Like you got people like analyzing the background of all of her videos and dissecting her tweets. There was one tweet she made that was like something about pancakes and like each letter of the first word it spelled out like HELP. It was like hope everyone likes pancakes and people were like it's a sign. Like
I saw that.
Just like a lot. And like some of it could have been, you know, like a good sound argument to make, I guess, like some of these things, but some of it was just kind of like people were looking for stuff.
There was a couple of things at the beginning that were like, oh, that's a sound argument, and then it was like that fed into it, and then like, here we go.
And you know people are like photoshopping stuff, and like, I don't know, it just got very like nuts, and basically people were just like demanding answers from this girl, and you know, a lot of her friends were like speaking out, basically being like, stop asking us, she's fine, she's really upset about all of this, but she's going through shit in her personal life that she does not have to divulge to anyone. And it's like, this goes beyond like just her audience, which I can imagine, like it's very nice to see like an audience care, like of course, but then it got like to the main majority, and I think the main majority of people, while they might have been concerned for her, they were also being like just really like curious, you know,
it's
like
the
a little
curiosity
nosy
thing. It was just like trying to solve a mystery.
They're like basically like, tell us what mental problems you might have, or tell us what drugs you're using, and it's like she doesn't have to fucking tell you shit, like at all. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, it just got. And then I guess like, you know, she was doing interviews and she was saying that it's helped her channel because like literally she gained like 1 million subscribers from this.
Yeah, she had so many subscribers.
I think everybody's just kind of like, was it a publicity stunt? Was it, you know, just like a thing that happened and then it did get her a lot of attention, you know, and it was like not planned? And personally, what I think is like people just, you know, spun it out of control and like she really didn't do anything. You know what I mean? And I don't think it was like for views necessarily, but like it definitely ended up like inevitably giving her views because people were like analyzing all of her videos.
It kind of like, looking at the way people were analyzing all of the things of this, it kind of like parallels like when you watch really obscure conspiracy videos.
Yeah,
and it's like,
it was really getting like that.
If you freeze this frame at 2 minutes and 30 seconds,
you play this clip backwards, and she says, "Help me!" Like. People were like zooming in her eyes, and then people were photoshopping.
The eyes, like, that was like, how the fuck do you know what you're seeing in that eye reflection right now? That could be like anything.
I know. It was just getting to be so much, and I don't know. I just think like a lot of people are so angry now. Now everyone is fucking turned on her, and they're like, oh, you just did it for views. Oh, it's a fucking publicity stunt. Yeah. I'm like, literally just yesterday, you were hoping that she wasn't like kidnapped by ISIS. Literally a rumor that went around.
Oh my God.
And
really?
She had to like fucking tell people like, no, I'm not working with ISIS. Like, can you believe
that's a little bit more of a plausibility because she is in the UK, but
still, that's such a stretch. Of course, like, you know, The Sun in the UK, that fucking like tabloid.
Oh yeah.
They were like, they really latched onto the ISIS part, and like literally that was just like, I think the people that spread that were just like for fucking, it's a joke. I feel like that no one really thought that, but I don't know, it's just gotten really wild. But it's also like people are like demanding that she like tells people her mental health problems, or like just different various personal things, or like if she's gone through any trauma, and like people are like diagnosing her with schizophrenia, and it's just so ableist that I've like been very disgusted because it's like normally my timeline's very like mental health is a, you know, it's not no stigma, you know?
Yeah.
I follow a lot of accounts like that. And lately with this whole thing is just people being like, oh, she's like schizophrenic. And it's like, hey, there are many millions of people that are schizophrenic that live very functioning, great lives. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it was very like panic, fear mongering, and really like anti-mental health. And the whole thing was just very cringy at some of the shit that I was seeing people that I admire like retweeting and getting involved in. I was like,
there's a lot of people that were like, they were speculating that it was something mental health related, but the speculation had a negative tone to it. So
not like,
So when you hear like, I don't know, like people of older generations be like, oh, they were just crazy. Like just speaking about somebody that had a mental illness, like it was reminiscent of that. And it's like, oh,
I know.
she was just schizophrenic. Like,
yeah, it was just getting too much. And like, I was talking a little bit about it on Twitter because you can't fucking tell someone's health from the fucking videos they make. Yeah. You really can't. It's so frustrating. Like people that watch videos, like, you don't know that person at all. You really don't. You know the like, and her videos are shorter, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like the 5 minutes that she decided to upload that day. And yeah, the editing seems off and she might be going through things in her personal life, but
yeah, maybe that's like just affecting her. Like, oh man, maybe she's depressed and like, I really don't feel like editing this well. And, like, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Hey, I know what that feels like, to feel like a chore. Like everything feels like very hard to do. You know what I mean? Like and you don't deserve, like, you're not entitled to answers. You're not entitled to like anything.
This is such a YouTube phenomenon because so many YouTubers share every aspect of their life to you, or like what seems like every aspect of their life to you, that people expect it from every YouTuber. Yeah. And like even way more so than like other celebrities from other things, you know? Like, there's other celebrities, like, you know, the Kardashians have their show and they show you into their life.
That's like their YouTube channel. I mean, and they have their app and their fucking Snapchat.
Yeah, so, like, it's all fine and dandy if YouTubers want to share all of those things with you, but, like, no YouTuber is, like, has to tell you everything about their lives just because they are on YouTube. Oh, yeah. And I feel like that's like, people see that as like an unwritten expectation.
Yeah. And that's the younger people watching, in my opinion. Yeah. I think the older people I'm very blessed that the people that watch my videos and the people that are like following me on Instagram and stuff, like they're like the 18 to 24 and up age. I don't really have too many young people.
Yeah, this is the people that are like, they have their own problems in their life, so they don't want to like fully like latch on to other people's problems. They're just like mature enough
to like understand that this is also just like a normal person that just has an account that happened to have more followers. Like that's how I feel. I just feel like I'm a person with social media just like everybody else that has social media. But mine just happened to reach more people than I guess the average person, and that's not even that much. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's the way I treat it. I mean, also there's other aspects to it that are different, but like, I don't know. That's just how it feels like for me. And I was thinking about, I posted a photo, like a selfie where I was like smiling like with my teeth, and usually I have like that same face.
Funny you talking about this.
You know, like you have like a face that you put on in selfies that you know like is flattering, that you just like do every time you like have a fucking phone in your hand, you know? Yeah. And then like sometimes I do the teeth smile if like I'm feeling that looked better. Of course, when I take selfies, like I'm going through all of that, you know? Like I do like closed mouth, open mouth, like serious face, like ooh, wishy.
Yeah. It's like it's like a photo shoot, except you're doing it yourself on your phone.
Yeah. Yeah, basically. And so I'll do that, and then I just pick whatever one looks the best. And if it happens to be the one where I'm smiling with teeth, that's just like rare because my upper lip disappears when I do that. So it's usually very hard to get a photo of me smiling with my teeth where my upper lip is still present on the scene. And usually she flees. Yeah, like she's always gone. Oh, fuck. And so I just like, I remember I posted one like whenever, and there were like I just think there was like, and I'm not trying to drag the person that commented this because they were just being nice, but they were just like, oh, you look so much happier like recently, you know what I mean? Something like that.
Yeah.
And I remember the day that I posted that, I definitely had a fucking panic attack, and I was just thinking like, no one fucking knows like, how I am, you know what I mean? I was just like thinking about it, and it's so true. Like you post shit like where you're smiling or you're in a good mood, and everyone's like, oh, it's so glad to see that you're beating depression, you're like getting through it, you're doing better.
That's why, like,
and I'm like, you don't know that though. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I know. And so then like people get like shocked when like you say I'm still depressed, guys.
Exactly.
Like,
because it's like I can't show that because it's extremely personal. I'm vulnerable. It's not pleasant to watch, and also I feel like it would be a hell of a drag. And
yeah, like nobody really wants to see like just like depressive shit 24/7 from
no one wants to see me laying in bed drinking out of a water bottle and playing 2 dots for 6 hours because I can't move. Like no one wants that. You know what I mean? But that's just what life is like, and I don't have to document it, of course, and I don't. So I don't really do like the daily vlogging thing, just because a lot of my days are very boring, and I don't think anyone would care.
This is pretty much our form of vlogging.
Yeah, I like this because it's only twice a week, so it's like I don't do that. You know what I mean? Like it's enough for me.
I think people just
and Snapchat a little.
I think people need to just keep in mind that all of the internet celebrities that we now have are only showing you the reality they want to show you, and that may not be their reality in real life. Yeah,
and like I don't want that to like scare people off, because like I don't want you to think like I'm a fucking phony because I posted a smiling photo when I wasn't feeling smiles, you know?
No,
like
you're very transparent.
I know. I tell people, like, I let you guys know when I'm not doing so good, but I mean, just know that it's not that deep. Like, it's just me taking the most flattering photo of my face. That's what my Instagram is. My Instagram is like honestly the least representative of me. Have you noticed?
Well, I mean, you don't see your life in green hues totally, so...
Damn it. My green-tinted glasses, as they say. You're so right. Drag the subtle green theme. I know. But I feel like out of all of my social media accounts, like, the one that is the most, like, how I am in my normal, natural state is the podcast, of course, because it's long form. But yeah, Instagram's the least because it's like the most processed. I choose like the time that I want to upload. It takes me a while to edit the photo, and I have to pick the photo. It's like the most processed. Like their Pringles podcast is like farmed table brown rice.
Fuck.
That's been like through nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I feel you.
But that's because Instagram's main point is to look pretty.
Yeah.
And I don't care. Like that's what that point. This platform is not pretty. Mm-hmm. Podcasts are not pretty. Make that the title of this. I don't know.
So just know, anytime you see Lila smiling on,
she's really feeling dark inside, and that's just something to note. I just think it's just like no one can tell somebody's health from their social media accounts. Like you're not a doctor and you don't know shit. Yeah. Like that's pretty much the end.
That's the gist.
That's the GIF.
That's the GIF.
The GIF peanut butter. Jiffy moms choose
That's the
Kip.
GIF. It's GIF.
What is it? Choosy moms choose GIF?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we totally forgot to mention that we had some friends in town.
I know.
Yeah, we unfortunately did not get the time to do a podcast with them.
I know. It's just hard to get a fucking, like, hour of people, like, and there were just, everyone was here, you know what I mean? Like, we didn't want to, like, separate people.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, you managed to do a collaboration.
I can't believe it. I normally never get collabs done.
And... you know, for the parts that I was there for, it was very funny.
I'm sad.
I'm very excited.
You missed the one that's going to be on my channel.
Well, I guess I'm just going to have to see it. When
you should be around when I edit it, because I'm going to have such a blooper reel. Because I feel like, I hope Nick does bloopers or something, because we have so many. And then we did a video, like, for Ken's channel, and Ken is Rule of Yum on YouTube, by the way.
We totally forgot to mention who the fuck came in.
It's Ken, Rule of Yum, Nick, Soundly Awake, okay? And Nick's channel, we're doing an HGTV thing. Mine is Food Network. And then on Ken's channel, he's a chef. And we had this thing that we took that changes your taste. M-berry?
Yeah, M-berry, yeah.
And what does it do?
It's just some fucking magical berry that's been powdered, and it takes away your sense of bitter or sour. One of those
sour, two. Both. Probably both. She's a combo platter. I don't know. But yeah, it like took forever to dissolve, and then we had like a big platter of like, you know, pickles, lemons, limes, radishes, like goat cheese.
The lemon was fucking fantastic.
Everything like sour. Yeah, I literally climaxed eating a lemon, and he gets it on camera. I'm like crying. I was just so overcome with the flavor of lemon, like
without the like sharpness of it.
Because like I can eat a whole lemon without having taken this, but this was just like it really went down easy.
Yeah.
I could have gotten such bad heartburn because I could have literally just sat there and ate several lemons.
Good.
Several. It was pickles were not good though.
No,
but you can go and watch that video whenever that goes up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We won't tell you the rest, but it was really cool. But it was nice to see them and Yason.
Yeah, Yason
and Susie
were here. I finally got to meet Susie.
I know. So that was great.
Yeah. So if you guys listen to Dig In With This or Obly, you know.
You probably have heard these voices.
Yeah, you've heard those names before.
Squeezy's walking away.
Oh, Squeezy is so sultry.
He's here. He's very here. So that was really fun. That's what we spent the weekend doing.
Yes.
And I was very happy that we got collab videos because they're like the ideal people to collab with. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? We all like the same humor. It's perfect.
It's fantastic. So, before we get into some question times, there was just like a random story that I wanted to bring up so I like to bring a random news story that I see.
I love it. You're kind of random. Rar means I love you in dinosaur.
Yeah, fuck off. Yahoo was bought by Verizon.
I saw that.
$5 billion, which sounds like a lot, but apparently it's like actually the most despicable, like lowball number ever, and it's really pathetic of Yahoo.
So that means Yahoo's trash.
Yeah, Yahoo is pretty much trash.
I love that.
And like,
I mean, they're named Yahoo. Like, isn't that a fucking milk drink? You know what I'm saying? It's Yoo-hoo. But like, by the way, Yoo-hoo is water chocolate. It's not milk. Like, what is that?
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
We don't like it here in our household. Anyway.
So, if you don't remember, a little while ago, Yahoo bought Tumblr. So now Verizon owns Tumblr, which is interesting. But I found, like, reading through articles, Yahoo is the reason why Tumblr is now just filled with ads.
Yeah.
Because apparently Tumblr would never made a profit before Yahoo got a hold of it, and then they started throwing ads everywhere, and now it makes some money. So
I can't remember if it was Bree or Steph, but one of them was telling me that when they're on Tumblr, sometimes an ad will be playing and they can't find it, but it's just like playing and it won't stop, and all of Tumblr is now like endless scroll, so it never goes away.
Ooh.
It kind of reminds me of the Sims resource.
That's fucked up.
Like, that website's bad. Why is Tumblr on the same level as the Sims resource where you get Sims mods? Someone explain this. But anyway.
There was just, like, a history of, like, Yahoo, like, making the worst decisions in its life ever. And they
started with the name of the company and then kept
started
going.
with the name. They had the option to buy Google twice, but they didn't.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah,
they could have made it, like, really not okay.
I know. Like, I'm glad they didn't, but, like, how fucked up for them. They also had the chance to buy Facebook, but they didn't buy that either. And then Microsoft was going to buy Yahoo for like $50 billion.
Yo, couldn't you see like a Microsoft Yahoo phone collab?
No, totally.
Like where Yahoo search is like the browser.
Yeah.
I could just see that like on a Microsoft device.
God. So like Microsoft is going to buy them for like 10 times as much as they were bought for now. But they said no. And that was like 8 years ago.
Wow.
And so now
they're bought for 5, so that's 10 times less.
Yeah.
I did math just now. Thank God.
And then Yahoo bought Flickr, and then they completely destroyed it.
Do people still use Flickr?
No, because they completely destroyed it.
Oh, okay. Like, at this point, there's enough places to house photos that are better.
Yeah.
Like, there's apps now where people do it.
And then now they got bought by Verizon, which is kind of scary because Verizon owns a lot more than you think.
Yeah, Verizon's
and they're also like
huge.
really fucked up with like putting money in the government and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But
I get good self-service.
But you actually get self-service in this apartment, and
so I give them my money.
AT&T is worse though than Verizon. Like they're both fucked up. But.
Everyone's fucked up at this point. Like if I wish that I didn't have to have my phone, like, having a phone plan, because Wi-Fi is, like, so easily accessible here in a city, at least.
Yeah, and then
I could get by.
Like, who do I text that doesn't have an iPhone?
I know. It would be so great, but, in the case of an emergency, you gotta have it, unless I get a beeper. Can you imagine me with a beeper?
Yo.
what would I, like, beep, you know? I just could really see me, like, being that person that still has a beeper, like, or brings the beeper back.
Oh my god, get the old Sprint phone that does a little
Oh
noise.
no, I hate that. The people that have that phone definitely really like ham and cheese.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I mean, like,
I don't know what that
It's
means.
a bright yellow phone, and you always have it holstered on your side instead of in your pocket.
But you're, like, not a construction worker.
Yeah.
You're, like...
Yeah, it kind of looks industrial, but you're not industrial at all.
You're literally, like, going to the office, and then you're like, I'm on it, Johnny. And then it's like, they're just talking about paperwork and not, like, poles and beams and T-by-4s. What?
T-by-4s.
You can tell I'm such an architectural binge.
Oh, fuck you.
T-by-4s. Okay, every person that's ever, like, soldered a pipe is really mad.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, I'm about to delve into concrete, though. You don't even know. I'm about to buy some concrete at Home Depot.
You've found a DIY channel with lots of things that are, like, your aesthetic.
I'm so gonna make everything out of concrete now. Because I just want to make up for the fact that we don't have any concrete walls or anything. That's, like, my ideal, is to just have, like, a nice concrete wall in my apartment.
Even a beam. You know, I'd be satisfied with a column.
One singular beam.
Yeah.
Yo, the girls that I was watching, they're called the Sorry Girls, and they say it like sorry because they're from Canada.
Girls.
They're really cute. You should watch them on YouTube. But they did, like, a dorm room, and they literally, like, went to the college that they used to go to.
Oh my god.
But in this dorm room, it was just like a white box, you know?
Yeah, like
but it had one concrete beam. And I was like, how industrial is this? Like, that's so cute. Like, picture... I don't know, in a dorm room, that's so cute. We had carpet, and, like...
Fuck that carpet.
I don't know, you couldn't open the window. Like, fuck, I don't miss sleeping in a dorm room, man.
Nah, that shit.
That smell when you turn on the heater. I don't miss it.
Bringing me back. Bringing me back.
So, can we just discuss the fact that, like, Edward Snowden, like, you can't say that you fucks with him in life or else people think like you're a target.
Yeah.
Yet Donald Trump can literally be like, hey, Russia, let's hack a person that is like a part of the fucking government in the US. You know what I mean? Like, she's not just like a random American citizen, which still, let's not tell Russia to hack people. Like, that's like, really
no
probably not
your
a good idea.
On Hillary Clinton, you should never ask the country that we were at war with not too long ago, and they're still like, you know, we still got some problems, you know, and ask them to hack us. Like, the future president, imagine your future president, among all the other shit that he's done, actively has asked other countries
to find our vulnerabilities.
Like, to commit cyber terrorism against us. Like,
I know.
He asked for it.
He, like, what the fuck? How is he still running? He fucks up every day, and yet people are still...
You know, he speaks the truth, man. He speaks the truth. He's a businessman. Like, I'm just gonna believe everything that he says because he's a businessman. He's rich. He's obviously got my best interests in mind.
He was on TV. He had that gold... hotel.
Look at his wife. You know, he's got that wife. Like, you know, he's definitely got his shit together.
God, just a lot happened. I mean, fuck. And I love that everybody thinks that Hillary's VP is just like a dad.
Honestly,
like a chill guy.
If he produces the amount of meme content that Joe Biden has, then I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm. See, that's the thing. Like, I want my vice president to be someone that I wouldn't be upset to be in office, but also a lax version. Yes. You know what I mean? That's what I want. I want like a light. It's like President Light. You know what I mean? And I want them to be like nice and the good cop. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, Hillary's a bad cop here. She's the boss.
Yep.
And then you got, what's his face? Tim Kaine, right?
Yeah.
Tim.
Something like that.
Tim. Honestly, I'm getting there's so many names being thrown around every fucking day. And it's like, I don't know. Because I know that she hired someone that just stepped down from the DNC because of the whole thing with Bernie and the fucking leaking. And yeah, and she hired her, I think is what I read. And so... I don't know. Like, let's not vote for Trump, though, okay?
Yeah, let's just make that very clear.
You know what I really appreciated, though? You know Sarah Silverman?
Yes.
You know how she was, like, very Bernie or bust forever?
Yeah, I remember that video that she made a while ago.
Yeah, it was, like, about Bernie. And she was at the the convention for the Democrats, and she basically was just, she like went off the script and started saying like shit about how all these people that are like, I'm not going to vote for Hillary, I'm only going to vote for Bernie, or like a third party, or like not at all, or Trump. And she like dragged all of those people, which is great because she's now saying that she's going to vote for Hillary, which is like basically what I'm doing. It's like, she's not my ideal, but I'm not going to vote for fucking Trump. Like, I'm not you know what I'm saying? So I like that she said that. I hope it like got through to some people.
You know, if the stakes weren't as high, if it was not Trump and it was somebody that was like way less offensive on the other side, maybe take the risk and do a third party if you want to put your vote that way. But when it's Trump, it's on the other side of this coin.
I know.
You know, we can't take a risk here. Let's not be the next Brexit, guys. We don't want
like, honestly, that will be our huge fuck up. Like, think about how the whole world is going to react if we fucking elect Trump. Like, that's gonna be that's gonna make us look like the biggest group of idiots, and we already look like that. So, like, let's not. Okay.
The UK will be pretty thankful though, because
they'll be like,
finally somebody screwed up worse than us.
Like, honestly, like the new scandal, America, like, just in general.
Oh fuck! Should we do some questions?
I would definitely think we probably could do that.
Possibly. All right, I'm gonna go to Patreon.
Patreon.
Yes. Got a question here from Emily. And she's asked, real talk, why are there 2 camel emojis but no avocado? I've got some news for you, Emily. The avocado's on the way.
She's coming.
Yeah, I don't know when the fuck they're coming out, but
yeah, me neither.
There's new emojis. There's like the raffle one.
Oh, yeah, I don't like
her. And the bacon, and I don't know what the fuck else is coming.
Honestly, I can't remember, but the avocado is definitely one of them.
But, yeah, the 2 camels, why?
That's true. I mean, hey, they don't even have a jellyfish. And they have 2 camels. So, I mean, they have like 3 different types of dragon, and they're not even real. Like, I mean, no shade to the Komodo dragons of the world, but...
What was the thing that you signified with a breaded shrimp?
Oh.
Because it
looks like
really
a croissant.
There. Yeah, no croissant, you know?
I think the croissant... Maybe I should look up, like, what's actually being added.
Oh, yeah, because I should know this because I had to, like, look at these for work, but, like...
Oh, my God. Chris showing his shady side. New emoji, 2016, yeah? 2016.
Yeah, 2016.
What year are we in?
You know, honestly, that's a great question.
I know we talked about last time how it's just going to be, you know, every day I'm getting fucked up by how fast this year is going. But I think it's because it's an election year, like, if I'm being honest.
I think we're all just like, can we get to the end of this year faster so this stops?
We're getting a baguette, which is pretty cool.
Ooh, interesting. Close to, not really.
We're getting an emoji that's, like, blowing your nose. So that's nice for flu season. Yeah. And all that.
I know there's like a lot of opposites coming. Like there's like a Mrs. Claus for the Santa Claus.
Yeah.
And there's a
for like the different jobs where they have like a dude that's like a...
You know how there's the salsa dancing lady, you know, that I like to use? There's a dude that's coming along for that. That's like wearing something.
Yeah. Weird. Oh, they're getting a shrimp that's not breaded.
Ooh.
Interesting. Very good choice.
For the health-conscious people out there.
A kiwi, a just one egg. I should just do another drunk review of emojis with all these new options. I haven't done one since like the last 2 updates, TBH. Ooh, a glass of milk, a fucking stack of pancakes. That's pretty lit. Not enough animals I'm seeing here. Ooh, a black heart. I didn't think about that one. That's going to be so popular.
They have... Oh, wait, no. That's the red. Never mind.
They don't have a black heart.
Ignore me, yeah.
There's one, you know, they could have like a regular pink heart though. Like they have the pink heart that's like 2. They have a pink heart with a dot under it, and then they have the pink heart that's kind of like extra. They don't have just like a solid, like it's really just fucking up when I want to do like a rainbow emoji thing. You know what I mean?
I get you.
This is very first world. Oh, and a clown. We don't need him.
Never a clown.
Absolutely. Oh, and crossing the fingers and like a surfer, yeah, bruh. You know, that kind of hand motion. Interesting. Well, is that pinching? No. It's fist pumping. Oh, a cucumber or a pickle. Who knows? And a potato. Oh, the potato's going to be utilized very much by me.
All right.
Well, that's enough of that.
The next comment we have here on Patreon, Megan said, have you guys ever thought about tracking down an old Chopped contestant or any other Food Network contestant, for that matter, to interview for an episode? I think we're all Food Network fanatics here. And honestly, there's got to be somebody in Seattle, like, duh.
That actually, like, that could be real. We should look for people that have competed in Seattle, follow them on Twitter and see if they follow back, and then we'll DM.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Great suggestion,
Fabulous.
Megan.
I would absolutely love to get all of the drama behind the scenes of every Food Network competition show.
Fantastic.
I would love to know how it really works. Ooh, we could even keep them anonymous. If we could, you know what I mean? Like, you can't even see them anyway.
do the stupid thing, like...
You change their voice?
Really low voice.
Yeah.
Like.
Well, I was on Cutthroat Kitchen. Like,
Cutthroat.
Chutney. Throwing it back. Get those onions out.
All right, so you seen any questions?
Yes, this one is, I'm going to a semi-formal event and looking at maxi dresses. What's your go-to summer bench look? Pretty much just wearing a maxi dress, some sort of like peep toe shoe with a chunky heel, so I'm elevated but also not dead.
Yes.
And a big ass hat, because nothing says summertime bench than a big hat. And that's pretty much the go-to. Oh, and tons of BB cream.
Yeah, you know, you gotta shade the skin so you don't get sun damage.
I know. And hey, if you're trying to keep your hair from fading color...
True.
Have you noticed I have not been wearing hats?
Yeah, because you don't have red.
I know. It's amazing. My hair doesn't have to sweat anymore. It's
know.
Like pretty incredible.
That's pretty crazy.
I mean, I still wear them whenever I'm like, I look like an oil spill. You guys should check out Jazzy Vegetarian. I feel like her and Ina would have dinner parties, and judging from these photos, I could see it.
Oh my god, I did see these tweets.
Is this like a real show?
I love that their name is Jazzy Vegetarian because that's fantastic.
You know what I just thought of? Why isn't there like a vegan show on Food Network?
Because...
I know they're trying to...
mainstream fucking public is still just like...
Anti-vegan.
Oh my god, vegans, what? Can't they shut up about being vegan already? Like...
But we have like 18 different barbecues.
Yeah,
like,
I know. It's literally the opposite. Like, vegans are just like, hey, I just want to eat fruits.
Maybe the problem is because Food Network has all of those brand deals with various dairy companies.
Yo, that's so true. It's real.
It's true, though. Like, if you watch the Food Network, it's all kinds of milk commercials, like those talking cow commercials, all that shit. So they probably wouldn't want to have, like, vegan propaganda on their channel. You know what I mean?
Propaganda.
Well, that's what people call it. Like,
yeah, I know. They get so offended when you take away the meat and dairy.
Literally, I will make a video where I'm like, vegetarian chili, and the first comment will be from like some random guy would be like, that would be great if I added like 6 pounds of beef to it. And it's like, why do you have to go there? Like, did I say like, this is a slap in the face to all of those people out there that like meat? You know what I mean? Like,
you don't see me
that.
going out to like a fucking really meat cheese heavy dish and be like, this would be really great if you replace those meats with this. Like,
yeah, like, why don't we get some soy product? Like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Be like, oh, this would be great if I add some tofu to her. Like, I don't think that happens. I love that though. Like, I remember when there was like a meat man that came at me when I just posted like a link to a BuzzFeed list of vegetarian recipes or something. Yeah. It's like, you guys have to have other things you care about more than bacon. Like, what is the bacon genre of America doing? I just want them to stop.
They really could. They really could.
Like, what about... That's the people of the world that, like, haven't had a bell pepper. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. They're very confused.
All right, I have a question here.
Go for it.
Which is more powerful, your relationship with pickles or mine with corn?
Oh, mine with pickles. You don't eat a jar of corn.
My affection of corn is very high, but I would have to agree.
There are more corn options.
The bigger comparison is me with pumpkin spice.
No.
Pumpkin spice lattes.
You might say that you love pumpkin spice, but like honestly, when are you going out of your way to enjoy that?
Like I'm unlocking the store to get them.
Yeah, but like I eat pickles year round.
Well, I'm sorry that pumpkin spice is not year-round. I would love it if it was, I don't know. I don't know what you have on comparison with pickles with me. I feel like it's pickles in Star Wars. Like, I feel like that's the only thing that adds up to my love of pickles. And at that point, it's a tie. Well, we can agree to disagree on this one.
We've had many people inform us that Life is Strange is being adapted into a live-action series. So, that's pretty lit. Yeah. That means a show? Is it going to be like a web show?
No, I think it's going to be a movie. But I was, like, reading about this a little bit.
I didn't read the article yet.
It's interesting because, like, the whole point of the game is that you make your own decisions.
Yeah, you make your own story.
Yeah, and so...
Even though they choose your ending.
Yeah, and so, like, you can't do that in a movie. Like, it just has to pick one, and you can't, like...
What if they pause it and they're like, all right, everyone in your theaters, press A.
Yeah, right? And so, I mean, I feel like that it will still be really cool, especially, like, the story was really awesome.
Yeah,
so.
but I like the game. I don't know why they need to make it into a movie. Like, you already you're going to get so much more content if you just play that fucking game through.
Yeah, that game.
That's like 6 movies. That's amazing. That's like a whole show.
By the way, the first episode is free everywhere, guys.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, please try it. I'm sure the first episode will hook you like it did with us. Even the soundtrack.
Oh, man.
But yeah, I mean, like, I'll obviously see it, but... I don't know how I'm just bad with adaptations.
I don't feel like that's going to be like a movie theater kind of thing. It might be like a straight to video on demand kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, fuck, marry, kill, the guys and girls of Gossip Girl. Okay, so if we did the guys, I guess it's like Dan, Chuck, and Nate. I would kill Chuck because he's a horrible human.
Yeah.
I would... That's so hard. I hate Dan, though.
I'm gonna fuck Dan and marry Nate.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
Nate is underutilized.
He's been through shit, and he's always a side plot. I think he's a good guy, and he's
just like chilling.
Yeah. And Dan is such an asshole, but he's like by the end, I mean, he just gets so he just like he just gets so good looking. Like between him and Blair, I'm so fucking bisexual. Like, that was one of those shows.
That's like,
oh yeah, like that whole show, I was just like, God damn it, who do I enjoy like looking at most? Mm-hmm. Definitely not Chuck.
Yeah,
but it's okay. The girls though, Blair, Serena, and I mean, there's like several other. Let's do Blair, Serena, and
Vanessa.
Lily.
Okay.
Because I want Lily. I would kill Serena, I would marry Blair, and I would fuck Lily. Ooh, what about Rufus? You know what I'm saying?
God,
he's a little fuckable in like season 1.
I feel like I'm gonna have to go the same way.
Oh, you're not a Serena? I could see
when my other options are Blair and Lily.
Oh.
Like, I'm not saying that I wouldn't.
Yo, Lily is, like, the most underrated beauty of that show. Yeah. She's, like, everything sexy and sophisticated and just...
She's just, like, that power fucking woman that, like...
She's so cutthroat, too. I mean, she makes a lot of mistakes, but she's fucking beautiful. I follow her on Instagram. She's, like, the only person from that show I follow. I'm like, I love you. Please marry me. Like, honestly, the ultimate older woman. Okay, I love this question. If aliens let you shape a crop circle, what would you design?
Oh my god.
I love this because I've straight up never been asked that.
Yeah, and I've never thought about that either.
That's amazing. Oh, that's so difficult.
Wow.
I feel like I would do like a portrait of one of the chunks. Because I feel like both would be a stretch. But like Squeezy's eyes, you know what I mean? Like just like his face like drawn out in illustration with his big circular eyes. I feel like that is what the aliens need to see to come to Earth. So I think that's what I'm going to choose.
Oh my god, that's so
What
hard.
if you did an ear of corn in a cornfield?
Oh my god. Oh, literal.
Too much corn?
I love that. I love that idea.
Don't let me choose you.
No. I was trying to think of something corn related, and you know, I was just thinking like one kernel, but like that's a lame shape.
Yeah, that's pretty much indistinguishable.
Yes, kind of looks like something maybe just fucked up getting the crops down.
Yeah, those aliens fucked up with that crop circle over there. Okay.
Oh my god.
How do y'all feel about the Hannah Hart Food Network collab? Because I can't wait. Yo, YouTube breaking into the Food Network, like. 1% of me is #bitter as fuck. It's not me. And that'll always be me. But I am like so excited because she's like, if I had to choose anyone to be on the Food Network, it would be her.
Yeah.
Besides me, of course. I'm number one, of course. But yeah, that's great because she was on Food Network Star, and like sometimes they have YouTubers on like Food Network Star and stuff, and they're like, it's not as good.
Yeah,
she's not, but she was fucking perfect. She was like not flirting with Bobby, but she had like a lot of banter with Bobby Flay, and I'm like, she's fucking perfect for it. So that's really exciting. Team Internet.
Yeah, and I mean, if there was one network to be breaking into a lot, Food Network is the way to go.
I know. I want
a part of that.
A part of your world. Like, okay, that is straight up me singing about Food Network.
Yeah.
I am Ariel, and all I want is the Food Network. I don't want legs. You know what I mean?
You want Bobby.
Beat Bobby. Next question. Here. It says...
What is it?
It says, who is she? And it's this picture of a lizard wearing a Polly Pocket dress. This is really good. Favorite Nancy Drew games? Okay. Curse of Blackmore Manor, because it is lit and full of very difficult puzzles. Tomb of the Lost Queen.
That was a very good one.
Just for the cat factor, if you know what I mean.
I'm going to say the Blackmore Manor one because it was spoopy ghosts.
Oh, that one is so spoopy. What was the other one that had a ghost in it? And you had to go to, like, the crematorium, and that was really fucked up, and that one statue, like, looks at you, and you're like, you know what I'm saying?
No, yeah, that's the one that I'm thinking of that's my favorite.
Okay, that one, I don't know what it's called, but we'll figure it out one day. That one's so spoopy. Yo, but one to avoid, whichever the one is where they're, like, Pacific Coast Run.
They're playing a game.
They're, like a game show. That one's so
it's fucking
shit.
Oh, my God, but the Japanese one, too.
What is that called?
God, we fucked up the ending of that one and we literally can't finish it, but, like, that was so
that
good.
has making the bento boxes.
Oh, fuck, you know what? No, that one was so
I love
good.
that one. And
that
having to navigate the, like, fucking Tokyo subway system and using the map, that was so hard.
That fucking nerd in the shed, like...
That fucking nerd in the shed.
He was great.
I hated him. Oh, man. But I think Tomb of the Lost Queen is one of my faves. And the one where you're looking for Marie Antoinette's, like, secret treasure, I think it is. There's just a lot of really good games.
Guys, you need to convince Rachel to play Trail of the Twister. Because, come on, let's play that goddamn game. We haven't played it yet, and I want to.
It's like, I heard it's not that great.
Well, listen, we have to. If only they had the Haunted Carousel on the Mac, actually, so we could do that.
Would you want to come back as a pineapple or a mango? Pineapple.
Pineapple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just because, like, we're spiky on the outside, but we're also zingy on the inside, so we're just assholes.
You know, pull out one of my leaves to see if I'm ripe.
Yeah, you know, pineapples, like, do erode your mouth. Like, there's an enzyme in that. That's why it hurts.
Well,
that's what I like.
I love a little pain when I'm eating.
I want you to feel pain. It's just basically what I'm getting at.
Oh, fuck.
That's fine.
All right, so let's end this with a email question.
All right.
Okay, hi, Rachel, Chris, and the Chunks.
I love everyone says that.
I know, I love that you guys address the Chunks.
They need it. They're
they're in the album art of the show. Like, they are a part of this show.
They are.
Yeah, when Lila kicks the litter.
That's her giving the fans what they want.
That's what you guys are here for. I have a sort of predicament that I need advice for. Unfortunately, Rachel, you and I have similar mothers. 6 months ago, I moved out of my mother's home a month after I turned 18. At the time, I had been in a long-distance relationship with my current boyfriend for over a year, and I kept it a secret because I had a previous long-distance boyfriend, and my mother freaked out about them. So a week after my birthday, I told my mother about my boyfriend, and she threatened to charge him with dating a minor and calling him a loser and a pervert over the phone, as well as sexually shaming me, called me a bitch, and made me feel worthless.
God.
She would come into my room in the middle of the night and stand over my bed watching me. She would wake me up before my alarms and greet me with cruel words. I would cry and express to her that she was hurting me, yet she denied everything, and I genuinely became scared for my life in her home. I told her that her actions made me want to commit suicide, and she responded with laughter.
Wow, this is me. This is my life. Jesus Christ.
This email is titled Similar Mothers.
I would not wish this on anyone, you know? Like, I'm so sorry.
The situation advanced quickly to the point where I was crying at school. I went to my school counselor for help and explained my situation. The counselor set me up with a nice elderly couple that would let me live with them until I left for college.
Wow.
That's really nice.
That's cool.
I'm really happy about that. So I moved into the couple's home, and I had to confront my parents with the school counselor and the principal that I was moving out. As you could guess, the meeting didn't go well.
Yeah.
I told them that I felt unsafe in their home, and my mother asked me what she did in a mocking voice.
Yeah.
And so I didn't tell her anything because I knew what she did. My stepdad asked the principal whether my reason was valid enough for me moving out, in which I told him nobody else can decide whether my reason is valid enough to move out except for myself.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I left the room crying, and that was the last time I spoke with my mother for 6 months. I I have experienced PTSD from living in her home enough. When I hear yelling in public, I tense up and feel unsafe. When the elderly couple talk to me, I'm scared they will curse and yell at me, yet I know that they would never do that. It has made me want to stay in my room all day and all night because I'm scared my parents tracking me down in public. I graduated as valedictorian of my senior class.
Wow.
Damn.
I definitely did not do that, so
That's where the similarity then.
Yeah. Damn, that's so impressive to be going through all of that and to be able to pull out such an accomplishment. That's fucking great.
Pat yourself on the back for that one.
Seriously.
But none of my aunts, uncles, or grandparents showed up because my mother fed them with me being a bad person. My grandparents wrote me telling me that I was making bad decisions and that I was on the wrong path. Yet I'm going to attend an all-girls college in the fall, and I'm going to get a computer engineering degree. Damn.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah. It's just so frustrating because even though I know I'm doing great things, I'm beginning to doubt myself because of my family. My mother sent me an email after I reached out to her this Monday about forgiving her for all that she did. That was very big of you. And I told her...
I definitely haven't done that.
Yeah. I told her about my plans and suggested that maybe we could meet in a public place and talk about things because, you know, even though she did horrible things to me, I still miss her and we had good times. But this was her response. I'm just going to leave your name out of this. Accomplishments are important only as much as they help you feel good about yourself and get further in life. I have raised my children to value being a good person over any accomplishments they could ever make. Though my example of integrity and service to others, I have hoped that you also would have good integrity. Above all things, I expected kindness to others, and most especially to the family that has always been there for you, loving, caring for, and wanting only the best for you. You have hurt your family, including your parents, your siblings, your aunts and uncles, your cousins, nephew, and your grandparents very badly through your actions. It is our hope that, like the prodigal son, you will be able to leave your selfish, sinful, and deceitful ways behind at some point. In the end, the lies you tell only hurt yourself in the worst. May God help you get to the care you need to face reality and be the loving, caring, sensitive daughter and sister you once were. This is our prayer for you, and nothing else matters. I am feeling very down on myself since this message. Should I respond? Should I ignore it? How do I move past this?
Oh, man. I mean, first of all, that's like classic abuser just doing their job as an abuser.
That is like textbook right there.
It's like they destroy every ounce of confidence and pride. That's one of my biggest issues is that I never had people show up for me. So it is very hard for me to congratulate myself on anything that I do that might be good. I have no pride because I feel worthless, and that's what they do, and it's fucked up. And I mean, my honest thing would be, if you're gonna reply, of course I know you would probably have like a long thought out response. I'm just gonna say, out of my outside perspective, I would say to not, because, you know, like you said, I didn't reply to that kind of shit. Yeah, it's so. That's when I pulled out. Yeah, to what you dealt with, and at this point, it's like you know you're on the right path, and I'm glad you see that, and you're doing good things. Yeah, and that's amazing. Like, yeah, that's the worst. Is like when you're actually like succeeding and doing better than people in your family, and then you get all this shit like your fucking horrible disappointment because you're not following the exact ways that you're supposed to be to them, and they're like abusing you your whole life, you know what I mean? Like it's just it's, and the PTSD thing, like I totally feel you on that. I'm just like I'm only now like aware that that's what I'm experiencing. I always thought that I was just anxious, but now I know that, like, you know, recently I was diagnosed with that, and so now it makes a lot more sense the way I react to things. And it's like, it's just like you got to do that work. And the only way that I feel like that work will be done is if you are not completely in connection removed with them. Yeah. Like, that's the only way that I feel like I'm able to get, like, a normal, clear view of what I'm doing out here. Yeah. Like, I'm just going to say an example. Like, we were playing Sims on the computer one night, and we were logged into my profile. And I know what you're talking about. And I got a text from my mom. And it just said mom, and usually you're used to, like, it being... like Chris's mom, or... like, yeah, like, logged in on your side, so mom would be your mom. And you immediately were like,
destroyed. You were so upset and anxious, and like that to me was just like the clearest sign that like you removing contact was the best thing to do, because like
my physical response to knowing that she's trying to speak to me
was just like
crumbling.
So upsetting and crumbling.
I literally felt like that, you know, when your stomach just like drops and you feel like that huge rush of panic, like, and then it was a second and I already felt everything, and then I was like, oh, it's Chris's, you know what I mean? Like, yeah,
like I immediately, like, I saw that, I was like, oh my god, what, for a second, and I was like, wait, my profile, and I was like, that's my mom. Yeah,
he like put his hand on my shoulder and he was like, that's my mom. I was like, I know, and I had to like take a fucking second, because like I was just, it was just not, I wasn't expecting it. But yeah, I mean, I really think you're already like doing a lot of great moves. I mean, fuck, getting out of the house at 18, still succeeding in school really well, getting yourself ready to go for college, like getting yourself out of that situation. Like, how brave are you to talk to like a fucking counselor at that age and have like all of these people in a room orchestrating this, like having you know, even like living with two people you don't know, at least from what I can tell, like that is something I could have never felt brave enough to do at that time.
You didn't start confronting things until you were like at least
out
removed,
of their house.
You know, we were at college, and so like that takes a lot to be like when you're fully enveloped in that world. Yeah,
that's insane. And I, you know what, like, yeah, I just hope, I wish for you the best, but I feel like you're already on your way to that.
Yeah.
And
computer engineering, man. Like, that's like,
talk about a good choice.
Right choice.
Yeah, like how can anyone think that you're not like making good moves? You know what I mean?
That's like literally probably the best degree you could pick to be going for right now.
And like, I don't know. So I really wish you the best. Yes. I am so sorry that you have to be dealing with this, because I know what it's like, and it's like, you know, it's something that's going to stay around, but I believe, like, I haven't given up hope, and I believe that I can get to a point in my life where I'm feeling very successful, and I do feel proud of myself, and I am, like, a lot more removed from this situation, so it's not affecting me every day, and I hope that you can get to there, too. And, I mean, you're already making moves to do it at 18, like, or that's when you moved out, at least. Like, that's insane and really brave and courageous, honestly.
Yeah, so we wish you all the best.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was heavy, but it's fine, because life is fucking heavy. But you know what? It was still a good show. I keep snapping my fingers right now.
You are so snappy
I'm
today.
A Snapple.
Oh my God.
Not sponsored.
Right. So I guess we should go to Binge Town.
Yes. So thank you, everyone, for having a cup of coffee with us today.
Yes. Where's my mug?
This is like literally by this point of the show, the coffee is cold. Chris never has his mug. Talk about ending on a heavy note right now. God. Dragging Chris exposed.
I'm trash. I'm not prepared.
All right. We love you guys. We'll see you on our next one.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Benches. So for today.
Guys, this is very exciting.
You are what type of fish you are?
My specialty.
This is your fucking specialty.
This was very fun to do.
All right. Why don't you kick it off?
We're kicking it off, guys, with Nicole, who is a collie.
Carissa is a carpet shark.
That's nice. Sloan Nolan is a Seminole goby.
Sarah Booth is a bamboo shark.
Allison Sense is a central mud minnow.
Hunter Curtis is a hunched back coral fish.
Me. Megan Rackley is a raccoon butterfly fish.
Taylor Collins is a collared dogfish.
Heather Ann is a channel bass.
Sloan Fuller is a full moonie.
Me as hell. Emma Corbeil is an albacore.
Danielle Manus is a yellow banded perch.
Kate Condry is a conger eel.
Angelica Fleas is an angelfish.
An angel.
Angel.
Emily Lewis is an emperor bream.
Hannah Labelson is a handfish.
Anthony Hood is a wahoo. I don't know what that is, but that's what you are.
Wahoo.
Wahoo.
Talia Miller is a vermilion snapper.
Wow. And that one just shook me.
That just really left you speechless.
Jennifer Habgood is a goosefish.
Daisy Blossom Dottie is a blobfish.
One of my favorites. Madison Greer is a green eye.
Madison Wolf is a wolf eel.
Megan McNally is an elegant firefish.
Skylar Medley is a sky gazer shiner.
Cat is a false cat shark. Where's the truth?
Ilka is a milkfish.
Corey Springfield is a spring fish.
Josie West is a western silvery minnow.
Sarah Cook is a cookie cutter shark.
Jennifer Cornwell is a cornet fish.
Sophia Cock is a peacock flounder.
Ash Rozelle is a flashlight fish, more like flashlight fish.
Yeah, so that's me, like, don't give me a flashlight. We got Mariah Hanna, who is a Hancock's Blenny. Oh, I love Blennies.
Nicole Allen is a Cole's char.
Cody Castillo is a sarcastic fringe head. I bet they make a lot of jokes.
Fuck you. Beth Fonseca is an Alfonsino.
I love that, honestly. Sophie Adams is an Adamson's Goby.
Christina Contreras is a convict Blenny.
Ooh, that's a Blenny on the run, bitch. That's something. Allison Dow is an upside-down clownfish.
Catherine Simpson is a simple tooth half beak. What?
Squeezy. Bridget Carey Davis is a bridge lip sucker.
Marlene Naj is a marble fish.
Ooh, very fancy. Cater Liriano is a leer fish shell.
Rebecca O'Donnell is a Beckford's pencilfish.
Kendall Berg is a saber tooth.
Allie McGregor is a grenadier.
Oh my god, sounds like a cocktail. Megan Grilly is a gigantera.
Chloe Killip is a banded killfish.
Killfish. Ian Murphy is a Murray cod.
Elizabeth Holbrook is a brook lamprey.
Cassandra Buckout is a beaked sandfish.
Maddie Pullman is a tadpole god.
Oh my god. Amanda Marie is a mandarin fish.
Jane Shell is a naked shellier.
Jackie Bergiulio is an amberjack.
Camellia Mulkey is a small-mouth buffalo.
What?
I don't know.
Caitlin Whalen is a red-mouthed whalefish.
Lucy Ravenscroft is a sea raven.
Cody Robinson is a sea robin.
Hey, you know, in between the buffalo, the raven, and the robin, they're just like stealing every other animal
Noah's
name.
Ark is here.
Lauren Siobhan is a golden shiner.
Sorry. Taco Roach is a roach. I guess it's a fish.
Allison Francois is a crimson-tipped gudgeon.
Me. Haley Cadwaller is a rough scad.
Sarah Seaman is a sea bream.
Chloe Archer is an archer fish.
Dana Daly is a danio.
Megan Wilson is a willowy flounder.
Jackie Lampo is a lampfish.
Claire Wood is a driftwood catfish.
Kelly,
Specific.
yeah, right. Kelly Adams is a kelpfish.
Hannah Peterson is Peter's elephant nose fish. I don't know why Peter has this fish like on lockdown.
Peter Piper picked a
peck of fischl peppers. Anyway.
Jenna Gordonier, 3-spot gourami.
Yes. Sasha Smith is a sharp nose puffer.
Sarah is Sarah's fairy goby.
Okay. Bridget Dubin is Brill.
Vlyn and Drew is Vlaming's unicorn fish.
That sounds fake. Jax?
I think that's somebody's name.
Oh, okay. Jax is Jack.
Yeah. Hillary Gay is a Hillstream loach.
Anna Hernandez is Arowana.
Jennifer Holtz is a hole.
Oh, I've seen them. Okay. Courtney White is a great white shark.
Elizabeth Doles is
technically not a fish.
Well, you know, aquatic.
Is it?
I think it is a fish.
Technically, yes.
Technically.
Actually.
Elizabeth Doles is a Moorish idol.
Ooh. Megan Preyes is a Pacific lamprey.
Mackenzie Knight is a Knight's dottyback.
And Rachel Evans is eventually going to visit an aquarium.
Come on, Rachel.
See some fish.
We still have to go to the Seattle aquarium, even though it's not that great.
I want to go to the Monterey Bay one and the Georgia one first. But they're
and that one
in California
in
and Georgia. Oh, yeah. But the ones sometimes in Japan, they put things in tanks that literally die immediately.
Oh, really?
Like the great white shark, they did that. I think it was Japan that did that.
Well,
in Tokyo. And stop.
Come on, guys.
Come on. All right, so the rest of the beach bonches, I would say, are marine snow.
Oh.
Look what it is.
Good.
I don't want to explain it because it's gross.
We got Allie Malone.
We got Kathleen Wynn.
And Rose Barnett.
So thank you guys for being little Pisces.
Yeah.
How many Pisces do we have in the Binge Show fam? Tell me. I honestly want to know if you guys, maybe we should make a post. I want everyone's sign. I just feel like I want to get a Jennifer
Gordon
Mears reading on this whole thing. You know what I mean?
Oh, fuck. All right. Thank you guys for listening.
We'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
That was a HeadGum podcast.